Basketball fans, we've got some breaking news for you here on this Tuesday afternoon. And before I break all the breaking news down, I want to make sure that you've subscribed to the channel because that's what we do here at Chat Sports. When something happens, we're going to be the first ones to have it and the first ones to break it down in a video just like the one you're watching today. So do me a favor, and before I get into Giannis Antetokounmpo, scroll down and subscribe to the channel. Also, make sure you turn on your notifications because when we post these breaking news kind of videos, you want to be the first one to see it? Hey, turn on the notifications, hit that notification bell to make sure you're the first one to watch. Now, the breaking news here is that Giannis Antetokounmpo does intend/has signed his supermax offer from the Milwaukee Bucks, the team which took a chance on him back in the 2013 draft and has now continued to build a contender around him. Now, he actually broke this news himself as he tweeted out, "This is my home. This is where I want to be." And he said, "I will be signing basically that $256 million contract." Well, the contract itself is actually worth $218 million. We'll get into all the details here in just a moment. But you got to remember, 2021 was supposed to be the summer of Giannis, or at least the offseason of Giannis, whenever it may have been. And now, no more. Giannis is staying put, and he is going nowhere for at least the next 6 years. And now the question has to be asked, is Giannis ever going to win a title in Milwaukee? And I know people freak out because he hasn't been to the championship yet with Milwaukee, but the dude is still super young. You've seen guys that don't win championships until into their 30s. And Giannis, I don't think will be in that situation, but what do you think? Will Giannis win a title with the Bucks? Type your Y for yes, or go ahead and scroll down and type your N for no. Now, Giannis has done amazing things throughout his time. He's a two-time MVP. He won Defensive Player of the Year. Last year, he put up 30 points, and 14 boards per game. He's a triple-double threat on a nightly basis. So this contract that he got was well-earned, and you can see the guaranteed money over the next few years. Obviously, for this season, he's still a guaranteed contract 2020 to 2021, but then that new Supermax will kick in next year as he'll start off by making $39.3 million, and then he'll bump that up to $42.5, then 45.6, 49, and then an interesting note, in 2025-2026, he will actually have a $52 million player option, as you can see right there. So let's say, for example, things go south up north in Milwaukee. Then he can just opt out in 2025 and basically do this whole, or 2026, I should say, and do this whole song and dance again where teams will start clearing cap space for him. Now, it's going to be an interesting thing to watch throughout his career how Milwaukee continues to build around him because he's under contract and they have him locked up, and now it's all about how do they maneuver the money around him and continue to put pieces around him to help him win a title because he's proven his loyalty to them. Now it's time for them to prove their loyalty and hard work to him because he wants to be there, but only if they're going to help him win. Now, the Bucks have made some significant moves this offseason. You got to remember, they made a trade that involved basically all their future draft capital for Jrue Holiday of the New Orleans Pelicans to come in and be their starting guard. Don't forget, they also gave up George Hill and Eric Bledsoe in that trade. They went out and they signed Bryn Forbes, which so far in the preseason has panned out to be a pretty good pickup for them as an option off the bench. Torrey Craig is a defensive wing that I think was overlooked in Denver and now comes in and can play defense on guys that, hey, maybe Giannis doesn't want to guard all night long. And then they also added a new big man to replace Robin Lopez and Bobby Portis, who's been a really solid addition so far in 2 games in the preseason. And DJ Augustin, a backup guard to Jrue Holiday, can play both guard positions but plays better on the ball. This team has been revamped, and it's been revamped around one guy in Giannis Antetokounmpo. And clearly, they did enough this offseason to keep him happy. And that's really what matters at the end of the day. When you have a talent like a Giannis Antetokounmpo, like a LeBron James, or think back to like a guy like Michael Jordan, you do all you can to put the winning pieces around him that can help you win right now. And that's why Milwaukee was so ready to hand over draft assets to New Orleans and say, hey, here you guys go. Give us your win now player because we want to keep our guy that's going to be a free agent in 2021 as happy as possible. So you've seen the moves. I broke down 5 of the notable players they've added. And now Giannis is a Milwaukee Buck for a long time coming. Now, obviously, the Bogdanovich trade fell through, but that clearly wasn't enough to deter him from re-signing in Milwaukee or signing the max extension. So why don't you grade the offseason for the Milwaukee Bucks? A, B, C, D, or F? And A is, hey, basically as close to perfect as you can get. F would be they completely botched it. And I would have given them about a B, maybe a B- because of the Bogdanovich thing. But now that Giannis has signed a Supermax, it has to be an A+. I don't think there's any other correct choice, but let me know what you guys think in the comment section. Now, while you're typing that out and giving me your answers and grading the offseason, I want to tell you about this deal at Fanatics. You go to chatsports.com/NBA jerseys for a limited time, a very limited time. If you're watching this video, you got to jump on it right now. Jerseys are up to 65% off. I'm not kidding. Go check it out today at chatsports.com/NBA jerseys. You can get whatever jersey you want. Maybe you like Giannis that much, you want to go get his jersey. Well, now you don't have to worry about him moving teams, so you might as well pick one up because this one can stay in your closet for at least the next 6 years. You won't have to worry about it. But, hey, if things go wrong and he gets traded, they do jersey insurance at Fanatics, and that will replace your jersey for free if your favorite player that you bought his jersey from gets moved. So go to chatsports.com/NBA jerseys. Now, the summer of Giannis is starting to transition into the summer of Kawhi Leonard 2.0 because Giannis was supposed to be the top dog in 2021 that was going to be available. Don't forget, Paul George was also supposed to be available. And don't forget, LeBron James was also supposed to be available. Well, that is quickly thinned out, but the top five is still strong. Kawhi, you got Rudy Gobert on an unrestricted guy. Victor Oladipo's unrestricted. John Collins will be restricted, but still a guy that could be had at the right price. And Giannis Antetokounmpo's teammate, Jrue Holiday, has a player option as well. So Giannis is staying put. And, I'm not going to lie to you. I kind of thought Giannis would hold out and wait to see what Jrue Holiday did with his player option before he decided to, sign up on the supermax. But now you look at it, and the Bucks are probably set for at least the next couple years when they have Jrue Holiday probably going to opt into that player option since Giannis is staying put. And now they have Giannis back on the supermax. They don't have to worry about other teams chasing him. They've made all the right moves that they've needed to do, and they're obviously keeping Giannis happy for an extended period of time. And so that's the 2021 class you've seen now. There's also guys like Chris Paul that'll be available that I didn't mention in that one. A few restricted free agents as well. That'll be pretty solid. I actually put out my top free agents list on this channel. If you haven't watched it already, subscribe, hit your notifications. You won't miss it. So make a prediction for me. Who will be the best free agent to change teams in 2021? Make your predictions down in the comments section. I think Kawhi stays put. I'll make a very bold prediction right now. I say very bold. It's a bold prediction for now. Way too early. I think Victor Oladipo is going to move here pretty soon. Now, you look at the people, or the teams, I should say, that were going to chase Giannis and the teams that were clearing cap space. Look, the Dallas Mavericks were right at the top of that list. They wanted that third star next to Luka and next to Kristaps Porzingis. Not going to happen now, and now Dallas will shift their focus elsewhere. The Golden State Warriors had all the money in the world, especially with Klay Thompson being out. They probably would have given him the chase as well. Miami, they gave Bam Adebayo the extension, and now they don't have to worry about doing a sign-and trade because Giannis isn't going anywhere. Obviously, I had to include the Milwaukee Bucks. They don't have to worry about anything now that they have them locked up. And then the Toronto Raptors were apparently the odds-on favorite to land Giannis should he have left, but that's not going to happen. Giannis is staying in Milwaukee, and you know what? I admire that. I respect that Giannis is showing his loyalty to the team that drafted him, to the team that took a chance on the skinny kid out of Greece that didn't look like he'd ever be an NBA prospect. I love the loyalty. You think back to guys like Dirk Nowitzki, like Tim Duncan, like Kobe Bryant in Los Angeles. Those championships mean more because they won them with the team that they started on and that they ended their career on. And so if Giannis is to win a championship in Milwaukee, it's just going to mean more because he's staying put. Y'all, thanks for watching this video. Make sure you like and subscribe to the channel, and I'll see you next time.